Hello everybody, it's Football here with John Montez and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm also doing fine, and today we are back again. Ruben Amorim under fire. I think this week I have to excuse me, or you have to just bear with me. It will be about Ruben Amorim until we play that Chelsea game, or until something pops up between now up to that time, because the media will not leave Ruben Amorim. We have to accept that. A lot of articles will be wrote about him, a lot of things will be wrote about him, a lot of rumors of him losing the dressing room, of him not players saying this, or the backroom staff all say this. We all know how this one always stands up. They did it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they did it with Mourinho, they did it with Ralf Rangnick, they did it with literally every manager that they want sacked. Now the media will not forgive Ruben Amorim until he wins that Chelsea game, until he wins that Sunderland game, or until he wins. So this is like a timeline. I hope this is a rumors. I think it's a PR, in my honest opinion. If you ask me, I think it's a PR. I hope it's a PR, because I don't want to see a cycle or another cycle of manager being sacked. But interesting part of it, we want to discuss of this replacement, because those are the interesting one. I look at this replacement, I'm like, no way. So this is the report. This is what is coming from the Disco Mira. I don't think it's a reliable source, but it's something very, very interesting. So this is what they are saying. Ruben Amorim has roughly 3 matches to turn things around and keep his role as Manchester United head coach. The club is already eyeing 5 possible successors. So that is where I thought this one might be serious, because they are saying Oliver, I think that is the Oliver. That is Crystal Palace manager, if I'm not wrong. Gareth Southgate currently doesn't have a club. Of course, it's English. That is why they are advocating for him. Marcos Silva, I don't know if it's the option. Iraola is the Crystal Palace one, if I'm not wrong. Then we have we have Pochettino in line. So basically, what they're trying to tell us is like, these are the replacement. These are the people shortlisted to replace it. But if you look at those candidates, I've attached the post there. If you look at these candidates, no one can even imagine these people in the last 5 years could even be leading candidate to replace Ruben Amorim. I don't think even they can replace Ruben Amorim. So I don't know what you guys think. I don't want to be judgmental, or I don't want to be one-sided into this. But if you ask me in honest opinion, I am Ruben Amorim to stay. I want him to stay, and I believe he's the man to take Manchester United to the next level, or I believe he's the man to turn things around. This one has happened to different managers, so we will discuss that. So what is your thought into this? What is your thought into the replacement? What is your idea of him being sacked? So those are the things we want to discuss into this video. The replacement, him being sacked. What is your thought of Ruben Amorim going? Where is the problem? Which manager is going to come, and how is he going to fix this problem? Because really, what is it the problem? Let us discuss it deeply. I hope this is the last video I'm doing about Ruben Amorim, but I don't think so, because this week it will be around Ruben Amorim until something happened in between now up to Saturday night. That is Saturday night. People will play Chelsea at night, so it will be about Ruben Amorim, and the social media or the media will not leave him. Media outlets will not leave him. That is Mera, Daily, Sky Sport. They will discuss about Ruben Amorim the whole week. So he has to get used to this. So let me see down in the comment section your thought into those. Those are the 3 key areas I want to discuss. Should he go? According to you, those requested being mentioned there, who is even worthy to manage Manchester United, and which change are they going to bring? Should we sack him? And why are we sacking him? Just because we don't get the wins, or why? Is there any progress? Because we know there's a lack of result. That is why football is a business of results. So we want to just dive deep into this. What is your thought into this? So smash a like on the video. And by the way, if you know you are watching us for the first time, please, I just have a humble request. Just take a second, please. First of all, hit that like button to show a support to this channel, and then please just take a second to click the subscription button and turn that notification bell, so each and every time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Just to show support, just like and put a comment what you think about this news. It support your comment and your likes really support this channel to grow and reach more people. So make sure you also share with a friend. You tell a friend to tell a friend. So make sure you also share this video with a friend. Smash a like on the video. Let us dive directly into this. I hope, in my honest opinion, like I've said it earlier, I hope this is a PR. I don't want to see any truth about this, and I don't think it's a truth. I hope it's just a PR or another team being driven so that Ruben Amorim can be sacked, or Ruben Amorim can step out, or Ruben Amorim can go. Because initially, according to the reports, Manchester United have given him time or are backing him. That one was after that Liverpool game, and also some news yesterday about Benfica. So right now it's about 3 games and his replacement and all those. So a lot of things will be talked about Ruben Amorim, and we have to get used to that. So that is why I want to conclude this report as a PR first before just beginning conclusion. But let us take it other side of the story. Among the manager mentioned there, that is Iraola, Pochettino. I can mention for you where this managers manage, by the way. Pochettino currently is at America. I think it's the national team there. We have Mauricio Silva, which is a Fulham. Gareth Southgate doesn't have a club. He hasn't even gotten a club. Is it Andoni Iraola? Iraola, I think, is in Crystal Palace, if I'm not wrong. Let me just find it out. I think Iraola is in Crystal Palace, if I'm not wrong. So, these are interesting lists. I hope none of them, in my honest opinion, if you ask me, none of them fits to be a Manchester United manager. None of them fits to be a Manchester United manager. We cannot go, are we going backward or are we going forward? So that is the question we should be asking ourselves. And are we ready to sack another manager? And why are we sacking the manager? The system all this manager being mentioned here plays have been nothing near anything. They have been totally bad. They tried 4-3-3, they play 4-3-3, they play 3-4. Iraola, I think Iraola plays 3-4-3, if I'm not wrong. The same way why we want to sack the Ruben Amorim. According to the media, the problem with Manchester United is the system that Ruben Amorim plays. That is the problem. To them, to most people, they think it's the system. But in my honest opinion, in my honest view, I think this is deeper than just a system. It's deeper than anything we think about. I think, in my honest opinion, we don't have quality. Let us just be honest. We don't have qualities, and this team is under rebuild. Bringing in another manager is just going back to rebuild again. We started up to a certain level, or a Leighton, or I don't know, foundation, or whatever. Then we want to break the entire thing, then start afresh with another manager who will come here to play a system. Let's say, for example, he plays his favorite 4-3-3. But if you look at the players we have, these players have tried 4-3-3. They failed under 4-3-3. People are angry because Ruben Amorim plays Bruno Fernandes out of his position, which is position creative midfielder. That's ahead. But tell me, who do you think? Can you trust Ogate and Casemiro in the midfield too? No. Can you trust Ogate and Kobe Meno on a midfield too? No, you cannot. Let us just be honest. Our team need a proper rebuild. We are not ready to compete. We can get Champions League football. I agree. We can get Champions League football with that team. But that team is not, we can get Champions League football, but we get knocked out in the round of 16, or we get knocked out in the league, in the league before we start, because we need quality. We don't have a good team yet. This team is under rebuild. We have to understand that. The all position, imagine Arsenal spent in the January transfer window. That is why sometimes I try to pity with the Ruben Amorim. How will you how do you expect to compete Manchester City? They spent more than you. How are you expect to? I think Manchester City will spend more than Manchester City. But look at the quality of players and the players they brought in. As we only brought 3 players, and all these players can only play the same position. So it's like, what are we building? We bought 4 players. Lemens just came the other day. It was a last afterthought because we never knew. Grimsby fueled Lemens deal, in my honest opinion, because we couldn't do with Onana at all. So we had to bring somebody else afresh. So we cannot blame him of the Manchester City game. So if you look at how much United spent, and if you look the way Liverpool spent, look at the way Arsenal spent, look the way Chelsea spent, look the way Manchester City spent, look the way Nottingham spent, look the way Tottenham spent. We did spend. And you expect the manager to deliver. Then you expect another manager who will come and win, let's say, 3 games in a row. Then, after that, are we just going to settle for 3 games in a row? Or are we going to just settle for only 3 games? Because we know it's not good enough. No manager can save this. And in my honest opinion, We need a honest manager like Ruben Amorim that comes and tell us that this is not working and this is not true. The system is not the problem. People try to be the main reason why our Amorim outsiders are out there writing news about this or articles about this is because the manager have refused to play their system, their favorite system. And this favorite system or this system hasn't worked with 4 or 3 managers. We tried 4-2-2, it did work. We tried 4-3-3, it did work. We tried 4-4-2, it did work. We tried 4-2-3-1, it did work. What else are we waiting for? We just want plastic. And I think this is deeper than where Arsenal was. Because I can remember Arteta was in the same pressure, if I can remember, when he was trying to rebuild Arsenal. Things were not working until Arsenal decided that they were not going to sack Arteta. So we ought to give Ruben Amorim time to do whatever he has to do, because it's a situation where both managers, or if you're trying to build a team to be competitive, you have got to go through. You cannot go with the plastic results. You will not get any result with plastic result where you win 3 games, then you lose, or you win 4 games, then you lose 1, you start winning again 2, or draw some, and competing, then build Champions League football. We are not where near being Champions League football in this squad. People like Luke Shaw need to go. People like Ogata need to go. And the only manager who can chase these people, or the only manager who is ruthless enough to send these people away, is Ruben Amorim. Whatever Ruben Amorim, I know he needs results. That one we can't dispute about that. He needs results to survive. These 3 games he will win them. Then after that one, what? Survived? I think we should be very critical on the decision we want to make. Are we building going forward, or do we want just plastic results, just in case, just to beat Manchester City, or just to be in Champions League football and nothing else we are offering? It's not enough. It's not enough. So I think a lot of noise will be written about Ruben Amorim, but I hope he doesn't care, like he always say, I don't care. As long as he's the Manchester United manager and the results are not coming out, he will get scrutinized and people will talk about it. We will talk about it. We'll say this is wrong, this is wrong. But that one does not dispute that we should sack the manager because he had a bad start. You are just in the league with 4 games. I know we should do it as early as possible. We should not waste time, of course. If we are to sack him, we should not waste time if we bring somebody in as early as possible. But there's no point of bringing in a new manager. That is my point here. There is no point of doing it. We don't need to do it. It's pointless, in my own opinion. And if you look at even the replacement in the market, nobody want to accept that Manchester United job. You just get an average. Right now, Mauricio Silva is now the replacement of Ruben Amorim, or is coming to manage Manchester United. How? Iraola coming to manage Manchester United. It doesn't make even sense. Is it I think it's Bournemouth manager. He was sacked in Sevilla, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if somewhere else he was sacked. Let us just be real. It should be. We should not go emotions. Don't make decisions based on emotions. It won't work. It has never worked in football. And that is why we sacked Ole Gunnar, because of the emotions. We sacked Ole Gunnar, we be back to a mess where we had to sell everybody Ole Gunnar bought to try to feed in another player. And that one, Ten Hag did the same. Look at the best that Ruben Amorim has to deal with. To deal with the flop that Ole Gunnar bought, to deal with the freed players that Ten Hag bought. All of this doesn't make sense. He has to build his own team. Of course, you cannot sack 11 players, or you cannot send 11 players away. But you can send a manager. I don't want Ruben Amorim to go. But the good thing with going of a manager, he doesn't care. Because you just have to pay him his money, then go and manage Benfica, because Benfica are already interested in him, according to report yesterday. So, it's confusing. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I don't think it's a good idea to sack Ruben Amorim right now. I think he can turn things around. He's going to win these 3 games. I cannot guarantee you, because Manchester United players can decide to do whatever they want. Players always speak. Players spoke against Grimsby. You cannot put the system into that. Players spoke against Fulham. You cannot put the system into that. Players spoke against Arsenal that they can play football and be competitive. Manchester City players spoke that it's not about the system. It's not about the system. I don't know what you guys think. That is my thought into this. Let me see your thought into this story. Smash a like on the video. Don't forget to click on the subscription button. Don't forget to click that notification bell so each and every time I produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. To our subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for your continued support. Without you, this channel could not be able to reach where it is. Until you do the next one, enjoy. Peace.